Welcome back to the Dragon Den, my loyal Dragonites. KingofDragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Greatest Hits, Seth Rollins. And so here we have Seth Rollins posed and out of the packaging, but before we have a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Seth Rollins does come with 2 pairs of hands, as well as the oversized Money in the Bank briefcase and the WWE World Heavyweight title. Other than that, Seth Rollins comes with no other accessory, so with that out of the way, let's have a closer look at Seth Rollins. And so here we have a closer look at the greatest hits, Seth Rollins, and I have to say it's a welcome update to that previous figure. This version of Seth Rollins is modeled after the Toys R Us exclusive Seth Rollins Cashes In, which came out originally in 2015. Taking a look at the head sculpt, it's a very impressive head sculpt and I love the way it looks. It's the exact same head sculpt that we had on that previous figure, however the photoreal on it makes it look that much better. This was a time when Seth Rollins was letting the bleach fade out of his hair, so you can see on the right side it's only at the tips on the right side of his hair. But it does look very good and it matches perfectly to how Seth Rollins looked. Seth Rollins is using the more muscular torso, which is perfect for how Seth Rollins' physique looks. The muscle striations are perfectly done on this torso, and the tan that they used for the main color of his body is perfect. And along his back we do have his tattoo, which isn't as dark as that previous figure. Seth Rollins doesn't have any type of gear on his arms except for the gloves that you see. However, this version of Seth Rollins is utilizing that double jointed elbow, so it does do a good job right there. And unfortunately the gloves are just done in black plastic with no real detail to speak of. Seth Rollins is wearing his black and gold tights that he wore at WrestleMania 31. It's supposed to have a belt on it, however unfortunately Mattel still hasn't gotten around to giving us a belt with this mold for Seth Rollins. His buckle insignia does look really good and you can see the S and the R are painted on perfectly. One thing I didn't notice is the gold on this is not as vibrant as that previous figure. The line work on it is a much darker gold that we saw on that original figure, but it still does its job here perfectly. And as you can see, he is wearing a set of black knee pads, which once again have that really nice gold accent. And continuing down the rest of his ring gear, Seth Rollins is wearing black kick pads. There's no real design to speak of because Seth Rollins pretty much just wore the black kick pads at the event, so it is pretty accurate to WrestleMania 31. So overall this figure actually does look like that original figure, minus the fact that the gold is a little bit darker. With his details out of the way, let's compare Seth Rollins to our usual suspects. Here we have Seth Rollins posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman. Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. The Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally we have the greatest hit Seth Rollins posed next to that original Seth Rollins Cashes In figure. So pretty much it is that original figure, just with updated technology such as face printing and double jointed elbows. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at Seth Rollins' articulation. Seth Rollins has a ball joint in the head, arms go out to the side and do a full 360, bicep swivel and double hinged elbows, swivel hinge at the wrists. Seth Rollins has an ab crunch as well as a waist swivel. Legs do kick forward, go back, out to the side and have a thigh swivel. Double hinge in his knees, swivel at his boot, a hinge in the ankle, and a slight rocker ankle. So overall your standard elite articulation here on Seth Rollins. So with that being said, let's get Seth Rollins posed for my final thoughts. The WWE Elite Greatest Hit Seth Rollins is a welcome update to that original Toys R Us exclusive figure. That original Seth Rollins is still one of my favorite action figures, and to see it updated with new technologies is a very good thing. I love the fact that we're able to have fists and grasping hands for Seth Rollins, however I kinda wish that they updated the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's still that oversized mold which really never sat right with me. They do have smaller briefcase which they should have used here. And it is a little bit disappointing that the gold is not as vibrant as that original figure, however, it's still done exceptionally well here. Seeing as how that original figure was a Toys R Us exclusive figure, not too many people were able to track it down, unfortunately. So I have no problem with Mattel re-releasing that figure as a greatest hit figure, because I actually like the updates that it gave him. The photoreal on this figure does make that original head sculpt look even better, so I have to give Mattel props on making an already great figure that much better. At the time of making this video, Seth Rollins is available at most retails, and I did find mine at Target, where I did pick him up for about $22. So with that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other action figure and WWE videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my fellow Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.